Naomi, hold on. You're running 7th, Gareth. Well done. Just finished Sandal Parkrun Sweatfest, so a little bit warm, a little bit sweaty. Just on my way back to meet Naomi, who's been marshalling and filming. She just sat it down. She's a proper lazy photographer, so she just sat the camera down and clapped people as they ran past, and then filmed a little bit on her own phone, I think. But yeah, Naomi's racing a bike race, a 25-mile TT over in Gilberdyke this afternoon. So we've drove through to Sandal Park in Doncaster on the way over to Gilberdyke, which is just past Goole. We've raced a 10-mile race over there before. So yeah, I'm going to go and do 7.5 mile now, and then meet Naomi at Morrison's in a bit after she's finished marshalling, so we can get some lunch. But yeah, nice and warm, a little bit sweaty, but that's running, especially in the summer.
Well done, baby, that way. Go on, Gareth, straight down. Well done. Go on, Gareth. Well done. Go on, Gareth, well done.
Oh, said not to fall off. So just off to watch Naomi's bike race, go and do a bit of filming, talk about my training week whilst I'm doing this, multitasking. As you can tell, I'm a fashionista, and I've got Naomi's nice pink dry robe on because I've not brought a coat and it's raining compared to how warm it was this morning anyway when we were over in Doncaster. But yeah, I've got a dry robe on and some blue shorts, so it looks like I'm not actually wearing any shorts, but yeah. Good luck, Naomi. So just watched her start. On my way back to the car now. Going to go and sit in the car, then drive down to the finish, which is about 800 metres the direction that I'm walking in. Anyway, me week in training. So I'm filming this. It's on a Saturday, so I'll be doing a little snippet tomorrow on the Sunday to finish off my filming week. But kicked off on Monday, and it were a little bit cooler Monday morning, so I felt mint. Like when I was running, felt mint, like fresh, nice and easy, and I named it on my Strava. Felt fresh with the change in temperature, which was quite good. Did 9 mile Monday morning, and then in the evening went and did 8 mile with Bessie whilst Naomi was doing the truns. So she started doing the truns, she enjoys it. I think it's because she's moved over to South Yorkshire, so she's enjoying doing some hills and the fell races and that. So yeah, those that don't know the truns, it's a couple of quid, 6k fell race, run through the river 3 times. It was quite shallow in the river. Ended up strapping the GoPro to the back of Bessie's head, and she had some footage of Bessie running and filming at the same time, so she was acting as a camera lady. Put that on my YouTube, so if you want to watch a short, I've got it on my YouTube channel. And then that was 17 mile Monday, which, yeah, really good, enjoyed it. Kicked off the week with a big day. And then Tuesday in the morning, 6 mile, nice and easy, not stupid, not too fast. Mindful that I'm doing a session Tuesday night, so the session Tuesday at Dorothy Hyman again with the gang. Big turnout this week again, which is good to see. So it were a 2 mile light effort, and then 2 minutes rest. Then it were 2 by 1 mile with 2 minutes rest in between, and then we finished with 4 fast 400s. So I think I actually clocked some of my fastest 400s within a session, which were like 68 seconds or something like that. And there was a good moment when Gary said, like as he's just running on my shoulder, oh dear, there are a few choice words. Ruby's nearly beating us. So Ruby, one of the girls that comes down, were nearly beating us on the fast 400s that we were calling fast. Yeah, but that was good anyway with the gang. And then Wednesday this week, ended up going to Loughborough. So Tuesday I were in Leeds with work, Wednesday I were in Loughborough with the lads. So we went to Loughborough University, and it was part of a study for runners, and like had a meeting and stuff whilst we were there as well, with Richard Blagrove, who was a strength and conditioning coach, and that was quite good. So a study for runners, looking at like muscle mass and all that sort of stuff. There is a scientific thing behind it, but basically we sat there, well, laid there in an MRI machine, got scanned, and got paid 35 quid each for it, and the research will come out from that. They did a skim folds and everything as well, but the research will come out and I'll share that with you further down the line. And they're saying it might be next year that it's ready by. But yeah, that was good. It was good to be somewhere different. But I ran anyway. It was 5 mile when we got into Loughborough on the Wednesday morning, because my booking worked till like 12:30. And then as soon as I was the last one in, the MRI machine. So as soon as I'd finished mine, we went and did 10 mile round Loughborough as well on the canal and stuff. So that was 15 mile on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I woke up and I was feeling absolutely shattered. So I did around, I think, let me check my Strava, 6 mile in the morning, and I titled it Tired Today, because I was very, very tired and achy. And Gary commented on my Strava saying laying in an MRI machine is quite tough, which it was. So yeah, a little bit tired on Thursday, but still went out, did 6 mile. Then in the evening, ran 6 and a little bit with Naomi, and then 2 and a little bit with Bess Chogi, to get 15 mile in for Thursday. And then Friday morning, woke up, just did my box standard 10, took my time, chilled out, nice and easy. It started to get a little bit warmer again, so got a little bit dehydrated, but yeah, other than that, it was a decent Friday recovery run. Just how it should be, and I kept it to once because I'm keeping my promise to myself. I'm just going to run once on a Friday. And then Saturday morning, coming over to Gilberdyke today, and looked for parkruns that we'd not done en route to Gilberdyke. So yeah, it was this one, Sandal Park, that I filmed earlier on. So yeah, it was Sandal Park in Doncaster. Quite a good park run on grass. They've changed the route a few times over the years, but they're on a 12-week temporary route at the minute because they're having some works around a boating lake. But yeah, good park run, enjoyed it. There was definitely no speed in my legs today, but yeah, 17:20 summit on my watch, and on the official results. But yeah, a week in training done. I've got a long run to do tomorrow that I'll snip at the end of the video, just so I can get my weekly mileage in there for you all. But other than that, I've started the block and the build up now to towards Berlin, looking into like the serious stuff, trying to pick some races to fill my gaps as well. So looking at like 10Ks and stuff like that, like stepping stones on the way. I am in Gilberdyke at the minute, and it's a shame because they've cancelled the Gilberdyke 10 mile race, which comes up at the back end of August because they can't get anyone to organise it, which is a little bit of a shame. So yeah, looking for other 10 milers to do or 10Ks, half marathons as stepping stones towards Berlin. But yeah, it's been a decent week of training. Enjoyed it. It's good to get a decent gang out on the track, just so we can do some fast stuff together. Birdie's building towards Valencia Marathon, and Gary's building towards Yorkshire, me doing Berlin, and everyone else is in and around them sort of marathons as well. This week as well has been London Marathon ballot. So ballot places have been released. So for those that don't know, the ballot is where you enter it and then you might get a place in London, you might not. A bit like a jackpot lottery. Thankfully we get a championship start. So we booked his hotel the night before the ballot got released, and then went on the day the ballot got released, and the hotel went up by like 50 quid. So it's a good job we booked it and packed it and all that sort of stuff before the ballot got released. But yeah, good luck to anyone that is doing London. We'll be on the start line again this year when championship places get released, so we can enter through that way. There's also good for age and different ways that you can get in London Marathon nowadays, whether it's a charity place or whatnot. But yeah, I'm just taking shelter under a tree for now. Just starting to tip it down with a little bit of rain while she's out on the bike. Go on, Naomi. And then a little bit, yeah, just in my world of running, my last little bit this week. So yeah, looking towards Berlin Marathon and starting to target and get back into some proper nifty little bits of training. Yeah, started looking, even though I don't like to measure it and I just usually train, it's all about performance and fueling for performance. There is minutes to be saved in weight, in just little pounds here and there. So yeah, just started getting a bit more serious with the diet and focusing myself on what is right for me and healthy to be fueling like. So yeah, started looking a bit back at the diet and the nutrition, and cutting down where I can, just making those little marginal gains. Hopefully it might save me a couple of minutes over the marathon, which might be the sake of a PB or not a PB. But yeah, that's something else that I've also observed and looked at in my week of training this week. So I've got some Garmin scales that are linked up to my Garmin, like anyone else's accounts. So yeah, just had my eye on them and jumping on them where I can. So don't go on them too much, but every now and then's enough. Just watching, I've got one eye here on bikers coming down the road as well. Yeah, so jumping on them where I can and measuring, like they measure all my body fat, my body water and all that. It's proper, it can be information overload. Measures your bone density, your bone weight and your muscle mass as well. But yeah, can be information overload, but it's just a good way to track your little information that you need, especially when it comes to weight. I don't listen to like BMI, but I do look at body fat percentage. At the minute I'm around 7% on my scales. When we did the skin fold caliper the other day, it got me around 7% as well, so I know they're fairly accurate. But skin fold calipers aren't as accurate when it comes to measuring body fat. It could be measured on bioelectrical impedance, which is a much more like effective way of measuring your body fat. But yeah, started jumping back on the scales, and for the last few months I've not even looked at them once, which has been good. So it has been good to see that, to be honest, I've not put any weight on since London. I've just maintained the exact same, which is about 11 stone 9. So yeah, perfect racing weight for me is probably about 11 stone 4. Anything lower than that, I'm underfueled and not right for it. But yeah, some people are heavier than me and there's some people lighter than me that can still do stuff. You put me up against any marathon runners, I look quite big or larger, but you sit me in a room of normal people and people that aren't runners, I look tiny at times, but that's just what it is, and you take that because it's part of your performance and it's what you need to be to to suit yourself, but you still need to fuel correctly and do it correctly to look after your body so that you're efficient. 'Cause, yeah, there's been times where I personally have been underfueled, and there's times where I've been overfueled, so it's a fine balance to getting it right. And you never know when it comes to race day if you have got it right or not. But training is a simulation for race day, so yeah, time is now to start cutting and looking for those marginal gains that we could make for 3 months' time. But yeah, other than that, all that's left to do is talk about my run tomorrow. That I'll snip on, looking at doing probably between 15 and 18 mile tomorrow. Not decided where we're going to go yet, but yeah, that's the plan tomorrow. And then heading into next week, we've got Spencer's Dash, so it's been well planned. Spencer's Dash on Thursday night, and then Walkington 10k, which is a race local to Naomi, well, Naomi's parents, on Friday night. So yeah, that'll be interesting, see if my legs can actually turn over at Walkington 10k. It's not flat to say it's over in Beverley. It has got a bit of a hill in it that around halfway, but it's not too difficult compared to what we're used to and where we're from over in South Yorkshire. But say it's East Yorkshire, yeah, it's definitely not flat. Another thing this week is I've had some new shoes come. So I think if you watched my video last week, I was talking about my New Balance and my debate on whether getting some new Nike Invincibles that are 170 quid. So my New Balance arrived on Monday. Managed to get out in them twice this week, when I was in Loughborough on Wednesday, and then this morning after parkrun. So I did 7.5 mile after parkrun around Doncaster. So got out in them twice, and to be honest, they feel really good. Firmer than the Invincibles, which you are going to expect because Invincibles are super soft, super plush. But for all the easy miles, now when you're not cranking it up and you're not trying to go super fast, they felt ace. So yeah, I have actually looked on whether I can get another pair, because they are cheap compared to the Invincibles. It's basically 2 for the price of 1, which is a crime not to be doing that. So all the slow, long slogs, easy miles, yeah, I'm going to start getting my New Balance on my feet just to get some miles in the bag with them. But yeah, the foam's soft, but it's not super soft or super squishy. Not like Zoom X foam anyway. But they are the fuel cell stuff, so it's not even no, it's not even the fuel cell stuff, it's the fresh foam from New Balance. And their fuel cell stuff is even softer. That's what they put in all their racing shoes and stuff. They do feel high. They are wide when they're on your feet as well. And when I get back to the car, because they're in the boot now, I'll show you what they look like. And I've took a photo of them in my living room floor. But again, I'm not a YouTube shoe reviewer, but I do know my stuff when it comes to my running shoes. And I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to running shoes as well. So yeah, definitely the New Balance Fresh Foam X V4s. They're about 85 quid on the New Balance website at the minute. Discount codes aren't great on the New Balance website, but 85 quid is a steal for a pair of shoes that you could probably get away with wearing every day. If you are doing the fast stuff, definitely wouldn't recommend them for that. Like, you're not going to start turning pace and ripping up records or Strava segments in them, but you might just save your legs so they can live to fight another day whilst you're wearing them as well. Invincibles are great for that, but at the minute I'm a Yorkshireman and I'm a Barnsley lad and I'm tight, and I'm definitely not going to be paying 170 quid. Even though I would wear them every day and I'd get my value for money, but it's a lot of money to be spending on shoes that really I don't care so much about because they're not my racing shoes. And I'm not scared to get them mucky and run full fields and get them ripped and all that sort of stuff like I've done in some Invincibles. Got chunks missing out of the soles in some of my pair of Invincibles. Just got back to the car, so yeah, these are my New Balance. So not bad shoes actually, quite squishy. I don't know if I can show you on camera, but yeah, quite squishy, quite chunky if you look at them from like the top angle, and especially when they're on your feet. But yeah, they're a really good shoe for the price I paid anyway, 85 quid. And yeah, I'd definitely rate them up there with the Invincibles for saving your legs. But yeah, if you're looking for a bargain, you don't want to spend 170 quid on a pair of Invincibles at the minute, definitely recommend these things. Grab yourself a pair. I'm not going to give you a discount code because I'm not like that, and I ain't got one, and I'm not that famous, and I ain't got an affiliated link to give you. But yeah, decent shoes, definitely rate New Balance. Failing continuity. Don't know if you can tell, but trim my beard. So just finished as promised my Sunday long run. Came up to Ox Spring, so where we used to park for the Ferguland Tunnel reps. Came up to Ox Spring, done my long run up here, out and back on the Dunford Express as we call it, up to Dunford Bridge. Wanted 9 mile out, 9 mile back, schoolboy error. Mile 8 to 9 ended up climbing up Windscar towards Windscar Res, so I bet all my climbing came in that last mile at halfway, 8 to 9. But yeah, 18 mile boxed off, 6:55 pace, about 100 and I'll just tell you, 103.1 mile for the week. Nice and easy does it, and legs are ticking over nicely. Brought Naomi up as well today, and she's done 12 mile after racing the 10 mile TT yesterday, and she only petted 2 dogs according to her Strava. I don't believe her, and she only stopped for 1 week, but probably don't believe that either. But yeah, other than that, decent week of training banked. Continuity failed by trimming my beard halfway through the video, but yeah, gonna enjoy the rest of our Sunday now.
I've run more miles than I've biked this week.
So not bad for someone. I usually run more miles than I drive my car in a year, so Naomi's got more miles on her legs than she's biked this week, so not bad.
My bike is my legs.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, gonna enjoy the rest of Sunday. See you next week. Naomi also finished a run today and went paddling in a stream, and is now complaining that her feet are wet and her shoes are wet.
I didn't complain, I just stated it out.
Yeah, so she's been paddling as usual.